And we're here with the twin state champions, the Chapman brothers, Braden on my left and Cole. You guys, as I said, state champions from last year. Braden, start with you. Anything different about your life now that you've won state championship?
Nothing much, just continuing to work as hard as I can to get better.
Cole?
I mean, when you're going to town, maybe some people recognize you, but other than that, not really.
All right, just some normal twin things here, and I see if you guys are much alike. Favorite color?
Blue.
Green.
Already off to a good start there. If breakfast, bacon or sausage?
Bacon.
You want to say sausage, don't you? Just to be different.
I like bacon.
Okay, so we're the same there. If you're in your car, then you got control of the music. What's playing?
Little baby.
I listen to my Christian music.
So there's a little bit difference there.
Yeah.
What favorite TV show?
I watch a lot of anime, so I watch Naruto.
It's not really. I mean, it's on Netflix, but it's like a 4-part series, Money Heist. It's not really on TV. It's just on Netflix.
So, but you watch a lot of Netflix.
Yeah,
what you
a
say?
little bit.
If you guys are playing one-on-one last time, who won?
Me.
He won last time, but I got him the time before that.
So, do you guys pretty much split?
Yes.
No.
Let's do some we'll do some basketball stuff now. Better defender.
Me.
Me, for sure.
So you both would. Now I know this is a very defensive minded program here. So
Yeah.
both of you say you're the better defender. And if you were honest, who would be the better defender?
Right.
Definitely.
Better scorer.
Me, for sure.
Better passer.
Oh, yeah.
Me.
And better. It's kind of a defensive thing, but if, looking at steals, who's more apt to get more steals in a game?
I said
Oh,
probably me.
yeah.
This best game that you've had here at Shady Spring. If you had to pick one from
Freshman year, Bluefield came here, and we ended up getting the dub right there.
Like best personal game.
your personal game or
I mean, probably the same.
Bluefield?
Yeah.
You guys hadn't beaten Bluefield, I think, at that point. Even maybe as a program.
Yeah.
It's been a while since so yeah, I can see that one. State tournament last year, state championship game, time's winding off. What's the first thing that went through your mind?
We did it. We finally did it. We did it for the community. We did it for Wayne. So.
It's time to celebrate. I mean, just proud that we got coached at the state championship.
And you know they were chanting his name at the end of the game. You guys had to be like, "Come on, man."
Yeah.
Well, when did you guys think that this could be a state championship? I'll get to some just basketball now. When in your mind did you think we have a real good chance to win a state championship?
I'd probably say after the Poker game, where it was one of our worst offensive games and defensive games. So coming back, we were just locked in, and I was like, we could really do it if we truly wanted to.
I mean, I've always felt we've had a championship team because, like, as a competitor, I'm gonna think that we'll have the best team. Like, no team's gonna beat us. That's just coming from a competitive person's thoughts.
Did it seem? I don't know if you were big fans of the football team. I don't know if you went to all the football games. I know I saw you guys out at a few events, but it seemed like it took a long time for basketball to get here. And granted, we only had to wait 6 months this time instead of 8 because of the late start. But did it seem like it was a long time getting here?
To start, sort of, but like these past few weeks have been kind of like just eager to get back to it, which made it more difficult. But I feel like it's been pretty quick, other than these last few weeks.
I mean, from the start of the year, it seemed like basketball's so far away. But like as soon as the days started coming and basketball started getting closer, it was like, okay, it's finally here.
When you got to the tournament, I think you'd only played 9-10 games at that point. Did you feel like you were kind of getting cheated out of some games because you didn't get to play that whole season, and it might affect you, or did it was it positive?
Well, we lost it for I think 3 games. We were supposed to go to 2 West Side, 2 Wyoming East, and then to Independence, which all 3 of those got canceled. But that just gave us more time to practice and work on what we needed to work on.
I mean, I feel like we got cheated for a couple games, but I understood why, because we didn't want to get COVID and had to shut down our season and not be able to go to the tournament.
Who were some of the guys that surprised you on the team last year? I thought I'll give you what my opinion was that Jaden really came on. Seemed like the middle of the season he started just dominating the boards, and I think he had a real big first game against Woodrow, if I'm not mistaken. But he really seemed to come on. Did any of the guys really surprise you?
Cam Mans did a little bit. He was scoring the ball, and I didn't know if I'd expect that from him, but he did a great job with it.
I mean, a little bit. Everybody kind of started near the end of the season, started getting in that groove and started being show what they can do. I mean, Amar had a couple big games in the season that shows what he can do.
Yeah, he really came on as well. Defensively, everybody knows Ronnie Olson's teams always have been and will be predicated on defense. Down at the state tournament, you guys are really shutting people down. I think people really got around the state kind of got a wake-up call to what the Shady defense is all about. Did you get any, did people comment on that to you? Did you get any comments on the defense you guys play? Because if you didn't, you should have. I mean,
maybe a few comments here and there, just showing what we could truly do on defense, and when we locked in, what we could do to teams.
I heard, I think, in the state championship against Willie Central, we heard that we held them to their lowest point total. So I knew we were a good defensive team that could do that.
Was it hard? You come into basketball and you know about scoring. Was it hard to get a mindset for defense? Did it take a year or so? When you came in as freshmen, everybody knew you guys could score. But I think the question might have been, if there was one, to be able to get the decent defensive concepts right away.
I think we got it right away because middle school, Coach Rafford, he preaches defense. So everything.
You guys came in with it.
Yeah. So everything in middle school is basically kind of the same thing in high school. I feel like the only thing that really changed was kind of the speed of it.
I was just gonna say we kind of learned from middle school, Coach Radford, and because he's a defensive-minded coach, so we learned everything there and kind of building blocks to here in high school.
So it was no big deal for you guys to come over and play. A lot of guys want to score. It used to be a saying, "Can't get your name in the paper if you don't score." Was it harder to come around to the defensive concepts in high school and know that was what was going to win you games? When everybody thinks of basketball, it's scoring.
Not really, because I knew if I wanted to stay on the floor, I had to play defense. So playing defense was going to get me more minutes, and that, steals can get you in the paper too. So
if the right person's keeping the score. Same thing. Did you guys both think you had to play defense to stay on the floor?
Yeah, in our freshman year, we were going against all state guards in practicing, Tommy and Luke. Then you had Grayson, so we were going against good offensive players, so we had to play defense. So coach could put us on the floor because we were going against varsity players. Was there
today's tryout day here at Shady? Was there ever a time you guys thought, did you think you really have to work hard to get to, just to make the team? And everybody probably got an idea. You're probably going to be on the team this year. One of your coaches told me, we told Cole and Braden both, you got to work to get a spot. But honestly, do you think that?
I believe
you still think you have to work that hard to stay on the court?
No, sometimes I try to be confident in what I can do and what I know I've worked for. So I wouldn't say I haven't worked for it, but
Yeah, Coach, he said before the tryouts, you may have not played. If you played varsity last year, you might not play it this year. So, we've had to work we've had to work to what we get.
What was the summer like for you guys? Play a lot of basketball? Did you kind of go get away from it for a little bit, or?
No, right after the state tournament, we got right back to AAU with Tamar Slade's team, and then we had a summer league all summer, and then fall league. So it was basketball all summer.
I guess you did the same thing, right?
Yeah, just our own personal workouts as well.
You guys are going somewhere together. Who drives?
most likely me. He didn't really like to drive.
I drive sometimes.
But not if you're going somewhere, it's a trip. Who's driving?
I mean, we kind of got days. If
Sure.
something happens on like one day, and like whoever's day it is, they gotta drive.
So whoever's driving controls the music, or no?
Yeah.
Because that could be a point of contention. I heard of that. That's a big thing with brothers. Now you guys have twin brothers too, very unique. You guys are playing 1-on-1. They both played basketball here. You two against them. Who wins?
We're winning 11-0.
11-0.
Make it take it. They're not getting the ball.
They won't see it.
No.
Now, if do you call your own fouls?
We're not allowed to call fouls. At
So
our
no
house,
fouls?
No fouls.
And you think you would win 11-0? I know these two guys. I mean, they're kind of football guys.
Yeah. We're gonna win 11-0.
You're going to shoot all threes.
Yeah.
You're not going to take it inside.
No, they might try to get us out of it, so we stay out there.
Did you guys ever think about playing football like your brothers did? Did you play for a while, or
When we played, we were younger, but we just kind of fell out of love for it.
what turned you guys to basketball? Do you think?
We were good when we were young, and it kind of like if you keep working, you can be really good and go get free college one day.
How hard do you think it's going to be to repeat this championship?
Probably the most difficult it's been because every team knows what we did and what we have on our team, so we're expecting everyone to come at our heads.
I feel like out of like last year, this year, next year, I feel like this year is going to be the hardest. Because when people see us on our schedule, they're going to circle it, and that's going to be like their state championship game.
So you figure this will be harder than last year was, and you got you guys are all back next year. Just about the entire roster will be back. Everybody here today will be here, I guess, at this point next year.
Yeah.
So you think this will be the hardest season you guys have to go through? What will it take to repeat, you think?
Being focused every day, walking in here with the right attitude and mindset to get better and do whatever it takes.
Yeah, just getting better each and every day, one practice at a time, one game at a time.
You guys can obviously score, and I'll go back to defense one more time. Defensively, is this the best team you played on? Or last year's team, was that the best defensive effort you've seen out of teams that you played on? Especially in those last three.
Yeah, I mean, our freshman year, we were pretty good defensively, and then I feel like last year we were up there too, those last 3 games were unbelievable defensively for us. But I'd probably say we're pretty close with those two.
I feel the same way. I mean, the defensive.
I think last year we were a little more athletic, and like we probably gambled a lot more last year. Like we probably got a lot more steals.
Than the year before?
Yeah.
And it paid off. Why do you think it paid off? I mean, the steals like that.
I mean, we were good at like knowing what teams were gonna do. Because if we sat down and played defense, you kind of know where they're gonna pass it to, and we were able to read that and jump the pass. Is
it a safe bet, Braden, that half of your points, or maybe more, were because of your defense?
Yeah, I think so. Getting a lot of steals every game, and it leads to points, not just for me, but for other people too. So I'd say so.
And once again, the better passer of the two. I tried to give you Hey guys, I appreciate it, and good luck this season. It'll be an entertaining and fun season to watch. Thank you guys.
Thank you.